Established in 1951 is the port of Nacala, located at the southern end of Bengo Bay in northern Mozambique. The port operates 24 hours and allows ships to enter and exit without any draft restrictions. The Nacala port is the deepest port in southern Africa and has the capacity to handle 30 million tons of coal per year and the potential to become a transport corridor for Zambia, Malawi, and South Africa. Due to the aging facilities as a result of passage of time, the government of the Republic of Mozambique in 2014 embarked on carrying out some repair works at the port, which included port berth, installation of new equipment to modernize fuel operations, construction of a new rail terminal, upgrading the liquid bulk terminal and upgrading container operations with rubber-tired gantry cranes. The expanded and modernized facilities at the Nacala port in Mozambique has helped to increase efficiency in handling larger volumes of cargo, promote safer and competitive transportation along the corridor, thereby lowering the transit transport costs and ensure faster delivery of goods. The port has now increased its handling capacity of cargo to 250,000 20-foot-long containers per year from its previous 100,000 20-foot containers, representing an increase of 152%. The port has also increased its storage capacity by 8,000 TEUs. Having concluded the repair works, the presidents of Mozambique, Zambia and Malawi on the 7th of October 2023 converged in the port city of Nacala for the official commissioning of the rehabilitated, expanded and modernized infrastructure of the port of Nacala. The first president to arrive in Nacala was host President Filipe Nyusi, who touched down at the Nacala International Airport at exactly 0925 hours, followed by Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera, who touched down at exactly 0935 hours, and then President Hakainde Hichilema, who arrived at the same airport at exactly 0945 hours and welcomed by host President. Straight from the airport, the three presidents headed to the port for the official program. The heads of states were then given a briefing by the port management regarding the expanded port and benefits which will arise thereafter.
Construction of 3 yards for container storage,
alargamento da estrada principal,
enlargement of the main road,
construção de muitos edifícios,
construction of many buildings. See the fuel terminal, how it looked like before.
Portanto, neste momento estamos nesta situação.
So this is the current image after rehabilitation.
Temos lá instalados três braços de carga.
We have 3 equipment, as you can see,
para o manuseamento de combustível
for fuel handling
e sistema de combate a incêndio.
and the firefighting system itself.
Portanto, este é o percurso como foi a reabilitação,
This
as
has been the
obras.
pathway for rehabilitation.
Esta é a finalização do cais.
This is the finalization of the work.
Este é um dos pátios
This is one of the yards,
que temos 2 equipamentos de pátio.
and we have 2 yard equipments.
Portanto, a segunda etapa, que é a reparação do porto de Nacala, modernização,
So the second stage, which is the modernization stage,
custou cerca de 270 milhões de dólares,
costed about $270 million,
dividida em 3 etapas.
split in 3 stages.
Portanto, obras civis,
Civil works,
consultoria
consulting,
e equipamentos.
as well as equipment.
Portanto, essas obras deviam durar 3 anos,
So those works should have taken 3 years,
mas infelizmente duraram 4 anos e meio
but unfortunately they have lasted 4 years and a half.
devido à pandemia.
After this short briefing, the 3 presidents toured the port to appreciate the facilities and repair works that had been carried out and what it entails for their respective countries. Republican President Hakainde Hichilema said the port of Nacala provides a shorter link to Zambia of about 1,720 kilometers from Mozambique to Lusaka, hence easing trade between Zambia and other countries in the region and beyond.
To us, and I'm sure the President of Malawi will speak for himself, to us in Zambia, this corridor is important. Shortens the process, the transportation of goods and services in and outside our country, but also allows us to pass on the goods that are going on to other countries, as I said. But this route is important to us. So the port development, Mr. President, is important. It must continue to improve the efficiencies, the effectiveness, but also for us inland, we too must improve our own infrastructure so that when we receive the goods from here, we can move them much quicker and overall lower the cost of doing business for our economies and invariably improve opportunities for our people in Mozambique, in Malawi, in Zambia, and beyond.
Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera called for the removal of trade barriers.
Today, I am pleased to be here for the inauguration of this port in fulfillment of President Nyusi's promise to strengthen the economic connections between our 2 countries. And then, of course, that line goes all the way to Zambia. And when we speak of regional economic integration, we must understand that it cannot be done without regional cooperation and collaboration. And when we speak of regional collaboration, we must understand that it cannot be done without building trust between our nations to enhance our bilateral relations and multilateral relations. Because without building trust, the work of facilitating the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, will simply be too difficult to achieve, as will its intended objective of improving logistical effectiveness, reducing logistical costs of conducting business between our nations.
Meanwhile, Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi said the expanded and modernized port of Nacala in northern Mozambique would increase the facilities of flexibility and competitiveness.
Highest dignitaries of Malawi and Zambia confers the Nacala port a magnitude of structuring undertaking in the SADC region with a significant potential to leverage economic growth of our country and of our region. It is so envisaged that very shortly the logistical advantages of the Nacala port and the railway complex that is associated to it will have an impact in the economic activities of different sectors. It is also significant, particularly for the openness of Mozambique, Malawi, and Zambia to foreign markets in the 2 ways, imports and exports, with an impact in income generation and improvement of the living standards of our peoples.
The Japanese government through Japan International Cooperation Agency (JICA, played a crucial role in the modernization and expansion of the port, as it provided financing to the tune of $330 million United States dollars.
Port is the entry point connecting the interland countries in the Southern Africa region to the Indian Ocean, and it's one of the best natural ports in Africa.
President Hakainde Hichilema, President Philippe Nyusi, and President Lazarus Chakwera later signed the tripartite institutional agreement on the Nacala Development Corridor, which will result in enhanced cross-border coordination in the planning and development of physical infrastructure. This will also lower operating costs and reduce travel times by transporters, which will ultimately improve and stimulate regional connectivity and integration through the implementation of harmonized trade facilitation instruments and transport policies. Transport ministers in the three countries also signed agreements in the areas of road and rail, which will lead to efficient cross-border transport and easing the movement of goods and boost private sector investments. The agreements will also result in unlocking the business potential along the corridor through effective participation of small and medium enterprises in economic value chains.
As a country and as a government, we shall continue to explore all the necessary avenues in terms of connectivity must be exploited to their fullest. What this will entail is obviously the obvious benefits of the SMEs in terms of participation of value chain, the component of value chain in the SMEs, and also just generally be able to open up for our people to trade amongst ourselves and also with the rest of the world. So we are happy that we can, and that as a country we are now left to exploit, in order for us to complete the circuit.
The Nacala Development Corridor is a multimodal transport and logistics infrastructure network traversing 1,710 kilometers within and through the republics of Malawi, Zambia, and Mozambique. In Zambia, the corridor passes through Nyimba, Petauke, Katete, Sinda, Chadiza, Chipata, Mambwe, Lundazi and Chama districts in the eastern part of Zambia, and Luangwa, Rumfunsa, Chongwe and Lusaka in Lusaka province, as well as Chama district in Muchinga province. President Hakainde Hichilema returned to Zambia immediately after his official business in the Republic of Mozambique.